Is your car telling you that the battery is weak and the check engine light is staring at you like it has something to say? The code P0562 might be behind this little drama. What is the P0562 code? This code is like a cry for help from your car. Hey, the battery voltage is lower than it should be. Basically, the P0562 code indicates that your vehicle's electrical system isn't getting the proper voltage. This could be a sign that the battery isn't providing enough power, or that the charging system isn't working as it should. And let me tell you, my friend, that can have some serious consequences if not fixed. Think of your car's battery as the heart of the electrical system. If it's not working properly, everything else, from starting the engine to running the electronic systems, can be affected. If the heart isn't pumping strong enough, your car is going to be forced into emergency mode. Why is proper voltage so important? Proper voltage is essential because all the electrical components in your car depend on a steady flow of energy to function correctly. If the battery isn't delivering the necessary voltage, the car's systems won't operate efficiently. This can result in starting issues, dim lights, and could even damage sensitive electronic components in the long run. To put it simply, imagine you're using your phone with only 1% battery left. The phone starts to slow down, apps stop responding properly, and at any moment, it could shut off. The same thing happens with your car if the battery isn't supplying what it should. What can cause the P0562 code? This code doesn't just appear out of nowhere, so what might be going on behind the scenes? Here are some of the main culprits. Defective battery. The battery is the star of the show. If the battery is old, damaged, or simply lost its charging capacity, it won't be able to maintain the proper voltage. This can trigger the P0562 code. Faulty alternator. The alternator is responsible for charging the battery while the engine is running. If the alternator is failing, it won't be able to charge the battery properly, which results in a voltage drop and activates the P0562 code. Corroded or damaged battery cables. If the battery cables are corroded or damaged, they can interfere with the energy transfer between the battery and the car's electrical system. This can cause improper voltage and trigger the code. Blown fuses. Fuses are little heroes that protect electrical systems from overloads. If a fuse related to the charging system blows, it can interrupt the flow of energy and create a low voltage condition, activating the P0562 code. Faulty electrical connections. Loose, broken, or corroded connections can prevent current from flowing properly, which causes the battery not to charge correctly and results in a low voltage reading. How does the car behave with the P0562 code? When the P0562 code appears, your car is probably not going to run as smoothly. Here are the most common symptoms you might notice. Difficulty starting the car. If the voltage is low, the car might struggle to start or take longer than usual to turn on. Dim or flickering lights. If you see the car's lights becoming dim or flickering, it's a sign the electrical system isn't receiving enough voltage. Strange noises from the alternator. If the alternator is failing, you might hear unusual sounds, like a buzzing or squealing from the engine. Inconsistent electrical performance. Electrical systems like the climate controls or radio may start to malfunction or act erratically. The check engine light is on. Of course, the check engine light will come on. If the battery voltage is low, it's likely that the P0562 code will trigger. What damage can ignoring the P0562 code cause? Ignoring this code isn't like ignoring a spam call. If you keep driving without fixing the issue, you could face some serious consequences. Permanent battery damage. If the battery isn't charging properly, you might end up damaging it permanently, meaning you'll need to replace it much sooner than expected. Alternator failure. A failing alternator could eventually die completely, and replacing it is way more expensive than fixing the issue early on. Total power loss. If the electrical system isn't getting the proper voltage, you could end up with a car that simply won't start or shuts off in the middle of the road. Damage to electronic components. Many of the car's electronic components, like the engine control unit, could be damaged if they don't receive the proper voltage. How to fix the P0562 code? Don't worry, there's a solution. Here are the steps to fix the issue and get your car back to its prime. Scan and confirm the code. Use a diagnostic scanner to confirm that P0562 is the actual problem. Sometimes there might be other related codes that give you more clues. Check the battery. Verify the health of the battery. If it's old or damaged, replace it. A new, healthy battery should resolve the issue. Check the alternator. Make sure the alternator is functioning correctly. If it's not charging the battery properly, it will need to be replaced. Inspect the cables and connections. Ensure the battery cables are in good condition with no corrosion or damage. If they're defective, replace them. Check the fuses. Look at the fuses related to the electrical and charging systems. If any are blown, replace them. Test the battery charge. After checking everything, perform a battery load test to make sure the battery and charging system are working properly.